but at the same time, he was taking the 5 o'clock base, so he's definitely macroing up, and he has a stronger economy than Flash at the moment. So that might have been a diversion for Flash, to Flash, I mean, just to keep him busy up there, keep him from taking another base while Movie was expanding at the same time. Kept him from moving out, I think, too. But Movie going all over the map, and he has that base down there. He's taking another base, so he's taking the entire right side of the map right now with bases, seeing that Flash is not feeling aggressive right now. I'm actually surprised that Flash hasn't pushed out. I mean, he has his science vessels right now, so he could attack the Arbiters. He has plenty of mines out. He's just playing a very defensive game. But if he stays at 3 bases, he's going to be completely overwhelmed by Movie. Movie going out with finally some Zealots to do that mine dragging. And now Flash is going to expand again. He's building his command center, so he's going to float that over, doing another wall of supply depots. That is what Flash loves to do these days, it looks like. Build supply depots to cover for his tanks. And it's actually smart because Dragoons are pretty stupid. Dragoons are very, very stupid. They'll shoot anything other than what's shooting them, including supply depots and engineering bays and barracks or whatever's floating by. So Terrans have been abusing that recently. It's very, very good strategy these days against the Protoss. But, these Arbiters are getting the energy prepared. I'm not sure if it's going to be for a recall or a bunch of stasises, but Movie has the game plan right now. Getting heavy macro builds, going over with a Zealot just to try to drag through the mines so his Dragoons can come in without having to worry about those mines. Going out in Flash, managing to get by with a couple of his Vultures, I think. But he didn't manage to take down the base or anything. Didn't take down those probes that are just now being transferred by Movie over to this new base. And Movie has a huge economic advantage at the moment. I mean, Flash, he built his command center. He's probably floating that over as we speak. But still, he's going to be behind. 5 bases. 5 bases from Movie. Very strong macro skills being displayed in this game. You can kind of tell that Movie has his feet to the fire because he's starting to really macro out of his mind. Going in for a push, I think. Since he has the economic advantage, he can do this kind of... He can just destroy some of the units of Flash. Even if this fails, it's going to whittle down the troop count of Flash. Flash coming in with... a nice stasis from Movie over about 5 tanks. Very nice stasis from him. The crowd is going wild. And some more... finally getting some storms out there, so he's able to do some storms in this game. Flash coming down with plenty of troops trying to clean this up, but those storms might be able to whittle down this troop if he can sneak up far enough to get within range of the tanks. I think Flash is going to focus fire on those Templar if he sees any more, but Movie drilling through. Movie is drilling through this force, and he's going to be able to surround the tanks and kill them as well, getting within range, trying to surround all the tanks, and he does surround the tanks, and he's going to keep Flash from taking a base for a while, I think, taking that 4th base. So Movie very much ahead at this point. Carriers! Going for carriers. Hidden tech down at the 5 o'clock position. So if Flash does not scan at the 5 o'clock position, he's going to be completely screwed. Oh, man. Carriers coming out of nowhere. And he might be pumping carriers from the top, too, from the 2 o'clock position. He might be devoting 1 Stargate to Arbiters and 2 Stargates to carriers. More Stargates coming up for Movie, so he is preparing for an all-carrier build, denying the 4th base. So Movie playing excellently in this game, I have to say. Heavy macro build. Of course, Flash hasn't really done anything. He hasn't done much economic harassment at all. He's had a lot of Vultures out, so I'm surprised that he hasn't tried to go over and try to break through and get some probe kills, but he's using these Vultures mostly for defense, just to lay down some mines, make sure that Movie... He's trying to draw Movie into a trap. He's trying to get him to run into all of the mines like this. Movie might fall into his trap. But Movie has plenty of troops out. And if he doesn't have a lot of troops out, he's going to have 1 million troops out soon enough. He has a couple more troops than Flash. I see down at the psi count, he has about 171. He's getting more and more than Flash. He's about 20 population over Flash at the moment. But, yeah, trying to deny that base a little bit longer, but Flash is saying, no, screw you, I want this base. But Vultures alone, not going to be able to defend. Flash going to have to come in with a couple of tanks if he wants to plop down that base. And the longer that Movie denies that base, the better off he's going to be, especially once the carriers hit. I don't see any Goliaths out. There would be mass Goliaths out if Flash had scouted these Stargates coming up. But Movie in a great position, coming in with some storms. Very nice storms from Movie, ripping through everything. I see a couple of Goliaths out, but only 2. I'm still not sure if Flash has scouted that. I wish they would show a Flash's first-person perspective or something, because then we'd be able to see if he had scouted the Stargates or not. But it looks like another base coming down at the 6 o'clock position for Movie. So with the carriers, he's going to have the maneuverability to protect that base. So I think he's going to be majorly ahead soon enough, and Flash is on the back foot. He's got to do something, and this is not it. Defending is not going to get him back in this game. He's got to do an attack on a base, I think. Before the carriers come out, oh man, Flash, I hope you scanned this, because if he didn't scan this, he's going to die as soon as the carriers come in. I hope they show Flash's face if he hasn't scanned this once the carriers come in, because it's going to be absolutely hilarious. But Flash finally getting down that 4th base, laying mines all over the place, but the 6 o'clock is coming down now, so Movie still has the economic advantage, major economic advantage for Movie. Going over, storming a little bit with the High Templar. Flash is trying to make a defensive grid around, but he's going to be in for such a rude surprise. I only see 2 Goliaths, so that's reflective of the fact that Flash is only knows about the Arbiter tech right now. He only has a couple of Goliaths out to deal with Arbiters. Oh man, carriers grouping up from 4 Stargates. Of course, there's a 5th Stargate at the top, but I think that's mostly for Arbiters. But here's the first-person perspective of Flash. I'm looking down at the 5 o'clock. Nope. Flash has not scouted the Stargates. Oh, Lord. So Movie could be in an absolutely wonderful position. Flash scouted the 6 o'clock base. He's scouting around looking for bases at the moment. He's not worrying about what's at the 5 o'clock. He's going to scan the main, scan around for bases. Oh, here comes the pain. The pain posse, a.k.a. carriers. And I hope they show Flash's face. Please show Flash. He's doing a little bit of panicking, but he kind of got the Terminator face on there, like, I am not going to show emotion. I am panicking on the inside. I just wet my pants, but I am not going to show emotion at all. That I'm being attacked by carriers and I have absolutely no anti-air. Oops. And now he's going to lose pretty much all of his tanks. And he's going to lose his ability to protect the 8 o'clock base as well. Okay, finally the Goliath's coming out. So yeah, as soon as he saw the carriers, he just got Goliath out of all of his factories. But it's not going to be enough. There are going to be plenty of carriers out to deal with this, and this 8 o'clock base is going to go down while Movie has a very comfortably mining 6 o'clock. Oh man, Movie is going to take game 3. Now it's starting to get epic. But Flash doing an EMP on everything. Indeed, he has no troops to back up that EMP at all. So running all of his SCVs away. He has some troops in the middle, but not enough Goliaths. He has some Goliaths, but it's not going to be enough. Look at all these Stargates pumping. Just so many carriers coming in. Some reinforcement carriers coming in as well. Look at a huge tank line. Flash has a huge army, but yeah, it's going to just be completely destroyed by the amount of interceptors that are in. Some Goliaths coming in, but here come the reinforcement carriers just to help pick off some of those Goliaths. Finally going carriers. I think carriers definitely would have helped Movie out in that first game, and he might have been able to win that game if he had gone for carriers just like Stork did. But yep, drilling through everything. He has his Templar in the area. He's taking the 8 o'clock for himself. He pretty much has the whole map. So Movie is sitting pretty right now. All he has to do is just move into all those troops, the big clump of troops. He's just trying to pick off as many Goliaths as he can, and then he'll have free reign just to pick off as many tanks as he wants. There's pretty much the last Goliath. I think there's 1 Goliath left for Flash, and he's just running back and forth with these tanks, trying to fall back to Goliaths, but it's not enough. Not enough Goliaths out. Look at all these tanks. 1 tank, 2 tank, 3 tank, I'm sure. And Flash is getting up a base at the 12 o'clock, but that's it. GG! Now we have a series. Movie takes the 3rd game. I'm gonna take it to the movies. Stop lowering me into this bowl of acid. I'm gonna take it to the movies. Alright, let's move on to the 4th set now. Starting to get exciting.